Welcome back to Savage Showdowns. This week we'll be again returning to the battle arena. This week we will have a famous face-off, the African elephant versus the T-Rex. Before we begin our analysis, I will specify we are using slightly older numbers for T-Rex size, as current, more modern estimates put the maximum weight for T-Rex at 33,000 pounds, which would make this fight a slaughter. As such, we will be using either older numbers or a more moderately sized T-Rex, as either will yield the same result. And without further ado, let's meet our combatants, starting with the African elephant. First up, size. The African elephant can grow up to 24 feet long, standing 11 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing an impressive 14,000 pounds. This makes them the largest living terrestrial animal. This impressive size makes them have no natural predators in the prime of their life, assuming they're ill and only being vulnerable when young or old. The exception to this is that occasionally, large groups of predators such as lions or hyenas will hunt if they're very desperate for food, and even then these hunts usually end in the elephant's favor. Strength. This impressive size comes with equally impressive strength. Elephants can lift roughly 13,000 pounds and carry 19,000 pounds. In addition, their trunk can carry over 400 pounds and has incredible dexterity and grip strength. Speed. African elephants can run up to 25 miles per hour. This, while not a terribly impressive speed, when coupled with their large size and ability to maintain these speeds on uneven terrain, makes the concept of a charging elephant truly terrifying. In addition, elephants can turn their bodies very quickly while standing still by whipping their heads around. Stealth. African elephants are not particularly stealthy, as their size makes such skills unnecessary. That said, elephants technically walk on their toes but have padding under their feet, making their footsteps quieter. In addition, their gray-brown coloration can allow for minor camouflage, resulting in people being unaware of the elephant's presence despite being nearby. However, overall, their stealth is relatively low as compared to many other animals. Weapons and armor. In terms of armor, elephants have their powerful bone structure, raw size, and relatively thick hide. This hide is by no means impenetrable, but it does limit the effectiveness of shorter or weaker claws and teeth. Its weapons consist of size, its massive trunk, and its tusks that can grow up to 6 feet long and serve as powerful spears, and their skull, which can act as a ram due to its dense size. So how does the tyrant lizard king stack up? The T-Rex was an impressive 40 feet long, standing roughly 12 feet tall at the shoulder, and our T-Rex will weigh 15,500 pounds. This is bigger than the elephant, but substantially less than some modern estimates give for the weight of the T-Rex, as specified at the beginning of this video. This makes it one of the largest carnivores to ever walk our planet. Strength. T-Rex had a bite force of up to 12,000 psi. This legendary bite force was coupled with a powerful neck for lifting and restraining prey. In addition, T-Rex had powerful legs used to immobilize prey by forcing them to the ground and pinning them there. And it is suspected that these small arms the T-Rex is famous for could also bench 400 pounds, despite their small size. Speed. The T-Rex has been portrayed with wildly different speed since its discovery. However, most modern estimates give it a top speed of roughly 10 miles per hour. Stealth. As an extinct animal, the T-Rex's stealth is difficult, or more accurately, impossible to specify. However, since it was relatively slow as an adult and was a predator, we can speculate it had at least a reasonable degree of stealth in order to allow it to get close enough to prey to hunt. T-Rex's armor likely consisted of thick hide, potentially with some feathers and or scalation, and this hide would have been able to protect T-Rex from other carnivores' teeth and claws, as well as weapons such of its prey such as Triceratops horns and other T-Rex teeth. With this in mind, T-Rex likely had an impressive hide. In terms of weapons, T-Rex had its bone-crushing bite force combined with serrated 6-inch D-shaped teeth, and these were its primary weapons into it, in addition to potential slashing from its arms or feet. So now that we know our two contenders, who wins? Our arena for this fight will be the African savanna, and we will match our T-Rex's colors to the grass and dirt, more or less, to make the fight fair and give it the degree of camouflage we specified. Our large bull elephant munches away on some nearby plants, occasionally throwing some dirt over himself to help deal with the sun and heat. Nearby, our Rex stalks him, seeking to get close enough to attempt an ambush despite its slow speed. The elephant hears a rustling in the grass but isn't concerned, as it believes no predators exist that are big enough to hunt him. Suddenly, the Rex charges, aiming for the neck of the elephant, but the elephant turns, slamming the Rex with the side of its head, and to the elephant's shock, it hits something bigger than itself. Despite this, the Rex stumbles back a few feet, but is relatively unfazed. The elephant squares off with this massive, unknown predator, keeping its head facing the Rex. The Rex again charges, and the elephant attempts to impale the Rex on its tusks. The Rex reacts, biting down on the tusk with its powerful jaws. As the Rex begins to exert its crushing force on the tusk, which begins to crack, the elephant reaches out with its trunk, finding the T-Rex's arm and snapping it at approximately the same time that the T-Rex bites through the tusk. Both animals cry out in intense pain. The Rex attempts the same maneuver on the other side, hoping to remove its opponent's weapons or give itself an angle for a finishing blow, but the elephant whips its body, throwing the Rex off. The elephant attempts to seize this opportunity by charging the Rex and impaling it. However, the Rex squares up, and the elephant, remembering the Rex's weight, stops, as it has never hit something as big as itself before. The elephant begins to pick up sticks and rocks to throw at the T-Rex, hoping to anger it into making a mistake or scare it off. It works, and the T-Rex charges. The elephant turns to protect its remaining tusk, but the Rex charges straight past the animal's head and bites its hind leg, biting it straight to the bone. The elephant, in a panic, again slams into the side of the T-Rex, launching it off but causing severe tearing and rending to the leg. The elephant's mobility and charging strength have been greatly reduced due to the damage to its hind leg, and the Rex charges, and the elephant attempts to hit it with a stick. However, the Rex simply grabs the elephant's trunk, biting through this boneless tube easily, but the elephant manages, in the process, to run its tusk into the Rex's chest, causing heavy bleeding, but missing organs due to the thick ribs of the T-Rex and the distance between the elephant's skull and the Rex's ribcage. The elephant is now crippled and would die regardless of the outcome of this fight, since without its trunk the elephant will be unable to gather food or water. The blood loss and damaged leg cause the elephant to stumble a little. The Rex seizes this opportunity and charges, using its height to bite down on the elephant's neck, exerting its legendary bite force as it forces the elephant to the ground, holding it there with its powerful legs until the elephant dies. The T-Rex wins, relying on its bite force and bone structure and density to overcome the elephant who had never faced an opponent of a similar size. T-Rex wins. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Feel free to suggest any future fights. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next Savage Showdown.